comes off in the brand new update is the fact that it covers holidays. Actually, it says for the holidays, they deployed holiday cheer for your favorite or for your festive fragging season. So I'm assuming what that means. We haven't really looked too much into it, and I tried to find a couple replies to see what that was. Couldn't really find too much about it. Was that it actually added, of course, a few holiday decorations across the maps. We've seen that on maps like Nuke, on Cache, on Dust 2, where they add some, some Christmas lights here and there. I'd like to see them add like a snowman here and there or something, but I'm not quite sure when that will happen or if it will happen at all. But at least they're giving some evidence to some holiday cheer. They're paying a little bit of attention, and I think that's pretty cool considering all the Dust 2 winter things that I've uploaded, which of course are on my channel, but those are cool as well. I didn't think they would take it as far as that, but that would be awesome in my dreams. Now, the next thing that they did for the holidays, they can also spread the holiday cheer again. Gifts are now available for a limited time. Back in the past in CSGO, we've had gifts and stuff. So those are back. Those are available for a limited time with the holiday cheer going around as far as December goes in the holiday season. Next up, they actually had a huge sound change that I don't know if people are paying enough attention to or even noticing yet, but they actually added a brand new audio option that enables head-related transfer function, HRTF, processing on in-game sounds. So it sounds like they're actually adding in an entirely new system, to Counter-Strike that will heavily improve in-game sounds. It says the goal is to vastly improve 360-degree vertical and horizontal sound positioning. Wow, that's awesome. So when you hear somebody, whether it be on Nuke or whatever map, Cobblestone, Dust 2, Overpass, when you hear somebody and you're pretty 99% sure you can hear them in the right place, and the majority of the time you're right, because sound and hearing people's footsteps and them moving and reloading and stuff is really huge in CS. Now it's going to be even more to determine whether the person is above you, especially that's huge on a map like Nuke, but you're going to be able to determine that a lot easier with that enabled. And don't worry, you don't have to go and find some setting or type something in console to go ahead and enter this and get this in. It's actually now implemented by default. So speaker configuration in the audio settings of CSGO has been set automatically to headphones with HRTF. So I'm assuming the majority of you guys do play CSGO with headphones. Probably not on speakers, although I know there are a lot of people, like, I know some people who play with no audio and no headphones. It's just weird to me, but again, the majority of you guys probably do play with headphones or something like that, and then selecting an alternative in the speaker configuration audio options will actually disable HRTF for you, which you definitely want to have it on no matter what. And then it says, note, for an optimal experience with HRTF, we recommend turning off any external 5.1 or 7.1 surround sound audio driver options. All right, that sounds cool. So it sounds like HRTF is actually going to be really fucking nice, and I'm super excited to hear about everything going on within it, how hearing is going to turn out to be a lot better and a lot easier to sound horror, like up and down. It sounds weird, but it actually makes a difference, especially on maps like Nuke, which I suck at, so hopefully this will help me out. Next up, as far as public lobby goes, in the friends panel on Steam groups, they've been renamed to public lobbies. Next up, the public lobbies tab now shows nearby public lobbies and suggested Steam group lobbies in addition to your Steam group lobbies. Next up, lobbies now support broadcasting to nearby players. Players can use this setting by friend or Steam group lobbies, as well as Steam group lobbies now display the country associated with the majority of lobby players, which that's actually something that I haven't seen a lot of people ask for, but I've seen that that's actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is going to be really fucking cool. So you don't get matched up with 3 people from Mongolia, 1 guy from Connecticut in the US, and 1 guy in the middle of the UK. You don't get matched up with that, and then you're pinging and you never find a lobby unless everybody has max 350 ping, and then you end up on some server in the way north of Canada, and then you're just, oh god. No, I'm glad that they added that so you can see that the majority of people are from. Well, I actually wonder if that comes from like your actual, like, where CSGO and Valve can tell where you're playing from your IP, or if it comes from like your Steam profile, because you can change your Steam profile like country in a few seconds. So I don't know, we'll have to figure that out and see how that plays over the next few days. As far as gameplay goes, they actually updated the third-person weapon angles, now visibly match first-person weapon recoil. So when you're spectating somebody, you do the scroll mouse wheel when you're spectating somebody, and it goes from first person to third person or whatever it is. I don't know if it actually does that. I don't know. Maybe that's only in like private servers or something, or maybe I'm just delusional, but now that matches weapon recoil, which really isn't that big of a deal. I guess it was probably somebody who just gave too many fucks and just said, oh god, that guy's shooting the M4, but in reality, when I spectate him from third person mode, it doesn't update it. Cool that they updated it. I fucking love that they did that, just because it shows that they actually care and they're putting in extra effort, but It's really not that big of a deal, but I'm sure it is to somebody who's watching this video, and they're going to go ahead and drop a dislike on this vid because how mad they are. Next up, for the Miscellaneous, they fixed the 5-year veteran coin to be granted to accounts that canceled and later reactivated their old Counter-Strike license as members. That sounds great. They're making more upgrades. Next up, bot names can now be localized in game language. Okay, so they actually just added a shitload of new bot names instead of it being like bot Seth or bot God, I can't even think of any other bot names, but there's tons. There's lots, probably like 40, and now they're actually localized to where your country is. So I'm sure you're going to be getting like bot Jose for if you live in Mexico or something like that. You know, there's going to be a bunch of different ones for different countries, and I think that's fucking awesome. It's not going to affect me, obviously, because I don't live in another country, but it's cool. It's cool. So that's another cool thing that CSGO is adding, or they already added. They also added experimental plugin support for managing network channel encryption keys on community servers, whatever that means. I hope that helps out community servers because I know sometimes they struggle quite a bit. As far as this goes, this is actually huge. I'll probably make an entire separate video about this so I can cover every single one of these things somewhat in depth, or at least as far as I can go. You know, nothing too crazy, but I'll do my best for it. As far as Nuke goes, they actually entirely updated Nuke. There was a huge Nuke update, which I personally think was needed because I suck at Nuke. I'm not good at it. I'm going to go ahead and not take responsibility of it. I'm going to blame it on the map. Good idea? I think that's a good idea. So what they did was they actually removed the railing on crane and A-site rafters. So you would think like one huge change like that, you know, that changes the entire map. No, there's like 10 more changes. Let me read them out for you. Next up, they removed the ability to climb up or plant the bomb on top of the silos in both bomb sites. That's huge. Just let alone those two changes. Enormous. Like, that's huge, the fact that they did that for being able to plant on both top of silos. You can no longer do that. Next up, they moved the T entrance to squeaky to make movement smoother. Okay, that's cool. Next up, they removed the window within toxic and replaced it with double doors. Okay, so that's cool. Now you can no longer automatically see through that. It's actually doors, but then again, they can be closed and open and closed and open. I'm sure you guys have seen hilarious clips on CSGO, especially on Nuke, where enemies will close open, close open, close open, close open, and shit like that. So I'm sure that will be happening even a little bit more on Nuke now. Next up, they removed yellow bollards near garage and secret. Probably another large update that I really don't understand, but I'm sure I'll look more into it. Next up, they removed the cover top on top of Mini, so it sounds like that's pretty crazy. Sounds like some new smoke, some new nades, some new flashes and stuff are probably going to come into play. Next up, they added some full cover in cubby next to ramp in bomb site B. Okay, so upgrades to bomb site B. Next up, they replaced exposed bomb site silo with simple version in bomb site A. Okay, again, there's so many changes going on, it's really hard to comprehend everything or even try to understand it. So again, I will link this Reddit article down in the description below if you want to read more into it, and I probably will have a video coming up to show you guys all of these changes. Next up, they fixed small collision bump on ramp in ramp room where players could get stuck. All right, next up, they added a white and flat surface on fence at T side of yard. So a lot of changes right there. There's a lot going on for Nuke, and it's already been done, so I'm assuming Nuke will be being played like a lot right now. Next up, they fixed various bugs listed on csgobugtracker.com, and then it says thanks to all contributors. That's cool. Didn't even know that was a website. And overall, they just did a bunch of general optimizations is exactly what they say. And then next, they actually say, rumor has it, are you unable to start the game? There's a little way to help you. So maybe if you're unable to start the game with the new update, you can go ahead and click the Reddit link and find that little link down below. If for whatever reason you need to disable the HRTF new sound system, but you can't through traditional means, use SND_use_HRTF space 0 in console. And now they actually have, I'm going to throw up a picture of all of these together. They actually, apparently the 2017 service medals are now ready to go, boys. They're ready to go. We got, if you guys don't know what service medals are, their service medals can be obtained by reaching a profile rank of level 40 at least once. Additional levels also require you to get up to level 40. It's kind of like prestiging if you guys have ever played Call of Duty, except it doesn't really affect gameplay. So the first one is, of course, you know, it's like this, you know, kind of light blue, kind of sky looking color. The next one is a really light blue, like a blatant like baby blue. Next one goes by as a darker blue. Yeah, like a dark royal blue, I want to say. And then the next one is purple, which looks really fucking cool. The next one is pink at level 5. Next one at level 6 is a bright fucking red that looks dope. And the next one at 7 is a big letdown. I've talked about this before. It's just like a darkish grayish black, and I don't know why they wouldn't switch out 6 and 7, man. Make 6 like black and gray, and then make 7 this beautiful bright red, so you can tell that guy's grinded the shit out of CSGO at level 7, although I don't even know if there's anybody that's hit level 7 legitimately yet without doing like weird boosting lobbies, so I'm not really quite sure how much 2017 service medals matter past to like 2, 3, or 4, because most people don't grind up until 7. I mean, if you do, oh, fucking huge props. That's amazing that you get to play that much CSGO. I'm really jealous, but hey, either way, they look really cool. They've been updated. That's awesome. Again, thank you guys for watching this